Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts.
Hello and welcome to part 2 of the Crooked Staff Terrain Community Challenge build. I'm building hopefully a tower and some ruins here. We had the tower finished in part 1. Hopefully you saw that. And now we're going to build the the ruined floor. It's going to be standing around with a secret door to it. So what we need to now is basically we've got a basic bit of basic bit of wall here from the ruins video, which I think is number 82 for the Crooked Staff Terrain. We're going to decide how that's going to go, but what we need to do is figure out how far in our tower is going to go to basically decide how far along we need to do our wall. So I would say it looks like we're probably doing there, maybe. I stuff you can see there where that's set in at the minute. So it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 4 there. So we do 7. So we do 7 by 7. Now, 7 by 7 leaves us a little bit on the wonk. What we might do, we might extend this by 2 and do it the full 9 by 9. So we make 2 lots of the walls, 9 by 9, with 2 corners. So there'll be a corner here and a corner down the bottom here. We'll probably put a third corner in this section here, just to do it all, kind of round it out and make sure it looks like an actual room itself. I think what we'll probably do is cut some of these tiles away so we have got a room floor. If we were using another texture pack, we could probably use like the mud. I think there's some mud on some of the swamp or whatever, that kind of thing. And we could have done this entire plate as a single piece with ruined floor and some tiles. But I think we'll cut some tiles away, maybe put some tiles on the second piece as well. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so we just have to decide how far this is going to go along here. So I think it's going to be 9 by 9. So it probably means we're going to end up having to move this a touch. It's not going to be quite lined up as much as I want it to be when I first put it in. But again, that's the size and shape of the actual kind of ruin does that. Let's have a look. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we do 8 by... Okay, 8 by 8's not bad there. And if we do it... So I only need to put 9 by 9. And we can probably get it to match up there. And that puts us down the centre of this wall here. Gives us space for the windows either side. Puts a door in the centre as well. So we'll definitely do it 9 by 9. And then what I've got to decide then is... We're going to stick this in the centre. So this is going to be our secret door down to the dungeon below. So this needs to go in the centre. And then we're going to have stairs that lead down. Now, I believe, I don't know if they're the same size or not. I don't think they might be a little bit smaller. We could have it so that either we put the floor on, we put this on on top of the floor. We stick the floor to some cardboard, but we cut this out and then we stick a second set of cardboard in so that we have this and the stairs on the back, so you can pop this out, flip it over, you've got stairs revealed, or we just put this on top of the stairs as a normal piece, or use it for the cardboard. At the minute, I'm thinking maybe we go for 2 layers of cardboard, which means then the back end of this tower needs like a little support underneath it. So I'm going to have to cut some cardboard roughly the size of the tower and then take the corner out of it so that it will stand flush with the floor. But I like the idea of either being able to pop this out and the stairs are underneath, or pop this out and flip it over and the stairs are underneath. So I think we're going to do that. So we've got that. And obviously then if you're not using this as a secret door, you could use it just with a thing in. If you are using the kind of this layout, you could continue with this one. Then I think once we've got this section done, part 3 will be making some bits for the actual dungeon itself. Obviously, we're going to have to rely on the floor tiles here because they're the ones that supplied us. I really want to try and get some use out of this, but I don't quite know what to do with it yet. I think what we're going to also do is, because this goes down and then down again. We don't really want to use this on the bottom. We want to use this. So I think we're going to use some of the other steps and basically say that it spirals and spirals and spirals, and then when it goes to the bottom, it flattens out and comes outwards. So I think if we put this either pointing in that direction or that direction, either in the corner or whatever, that's going to be where our exit is onto the lower level. And then we'll decide what's going on low level. As for opening the secret door, that I'm not too sure about. We might just have it be as it is. We might, which I think is possible, put an altar in there, and then maybe there's some kind of contraption or something on the actual altar that you can flip open, and that opens a secret door. So I think we might end up putting an altar in this room as well. Number one, it will make it look more interesting, and number two, it gives a point of focus to so players would kind of poke around and see what's going on with it. So I think we might end up making an altar for this one, but I haven't quite decided yet. And then I think most of this other stuff, like the mosaics and this stuff, I really want to use the portal as well. Most of the other stuff is going to probably be down in the lower levels. But we'll see what's going on with that. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the prep work. We're going to stick this on some foam core. We're going to make it a 9x9. Although technically it is a 9. Yeah, we'll actually, that's a good point. Let me just mark that off while I remember roughly where we're going to. Otherwise, I will be forgetting. So yeah, we're going to make this up. So you've got 9x9, and then we'll stop, and then we'll put the walls in, and then we'll see where we are from there. So we'll be back in a moment once we've decided what the wall's going to look like. Back in a sec. Okay, so here's what we've got so far. We've got the towel, obviously made last time. This is going to take up the 2 inches in this corner. That's going to be that. We're going to have a window section there, which is just off camera. So put it in camera. So window section is going to come in this part here, and we're going to have the corner there, and we're going to have half a wall here. We're going to have another section of wall here, and then a corner here, and then we're going to have a final corner here as well. This is 11 by 11 to make the 9-inch wall sections fit with the 2-inch missing. So when we do these sections here, if we're going to do 4 walls, we're going to have to put some extra brickwork on the end of these. So it's going to be 11 by 11 inches long. But we think we'll probably do is we'll do that, but then we'll end up probably putting a door at the end, this end, and then cutting all of that out anyway. So that'll be fine. We've got our secret door here, which is the center of this cut out. That's gonna pop off, and then we're gonna have a second layer of cardboard under this, where we're gonna have our stairwell placed on, and then somewhere around here we're probably gonna do maybe coming through here, most of this missing, and then underneath that is where we're gonna put our stone pattern, so that the tiles are gonna be missing from the floor. Stone pattern's gonna be kind of filling the rest of the gap up, and then we could maybe cut some of these stone pieces out, and also just kind of have them scattered around as well, so it's kind of just looks like it's been destroyed. And then this piece, as I mentioned in the previous video, the actual tower itself, that's going to need a little circular section underneath it with 2 thicknesses of this cardboard on it, so it stays level with this floor. But all in all, that should be pretty much done. Coming now, if the original corner posts for the tower, the walls are right in the corner, or if they are, so they're halfway along it, or if they're right up close to it. When I make these, it's going to be right up close to it, so it's going to be like a little 1 centimeter jutting outside here, so that we've got everything tight to these corners. But yes, that's going to be that, and I think then we're going to have probably either this corner or this wall or this wall. We're going to have our altar here, which is going to be where our kind of like secret door button switch is going to will open this up. So windows there, and I think this is going to be a door, and that's going to be a flat wall, and that'll kind of signify that it's kind of maybe part of a larger ruin or whatever. So I mean, if you wanted to expand it off to it to make more ruins, you could do so. But yeah, I think that's pretty nice thing. And again, if you have this as a combat section, this is like a 55 by 55 foot room. That's a decent sized room. You know, that'll fit a fireball in and whatever. So yeah, pretty cool. So let's go and stick this underneath, kind of level this up, and then once we've done this and we've got the tiles out, then we'll actually start on the wall sections and we'll go from there. So we'll be back in a minute, and hopefully we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we've got our 11 by 11 grid here. We have our tiles cut out as well. So these are going to be cut up and placed on random locations around here, so it looks like they're broken. And we have our centerpiece taken out here, which is where our center stairs are going to go. And we've got the replacement piece to kind of pop in as well. We've got our 2 inches here is going to be where our tower is going to be. And then we've got the rest of the walls to put in as well, like I said last time. So that's kind of where we are for the floor. So this is two pieces of cardboard thick, so we'll make the little bit for the tower to stand on as well. But yeah, this is where we are at the minute. So we'll go and do that, and we'll start making on the walls, and then we'll come back. Okay, so this is what we've ended up with. We've got 11 by 11 room. We've got tower in the back. We have the little half circle underneath the tower to make it flush with the rest of the walls. And then we've got the corners and the altar, the secret door, which leads into the stairs, broken tiles. So we've got the made some of these extra columns on the outside of the walls, similar to the ones that are in the expansion for the ruins. These are just using the same ones for the corners, so that's pretty cool. Doorway. Each one of these corners is separate, so obviously, I think if you were playing this, you might want to put a little bit of tape underneath them just so they don't get sprayed out as we go. But all in all, yeah, not too bad, pretty good. So yeah, so that pretty much wraps up this room. We've got a situation where obviously we're going to go down the stairs. So next part will be making that part of the dungeon. Whether or not it'll be all in one or whether or not it will be done in separate sessions, I don't know. But we will make a underground dungeon next. So there you go. So another thing is obviously we'll probably do is we will probably make some small piles of rubble and stuff that can kind of be placed around the area using the brickwork we've cut out of these walls. We can probably make some decent rubble and some other pieces as well. So we can make some little small bases of those and just have them kind of planted around either outside of the thing as well. Another thing as well is the idea is this: these are outdoor walls, and that's a wall that's interior. So that kind of we might have another rest of the building going that way. That might change. I might put some more of these little outdoor posts on them just so that it's kind of like one big room. But yeah, I mean, that's something you can do later on anyway, so it's no big deal. So there you go. Right, so that pretty much wraps up part 2. We'll be back hopefully very, very soon with part 3. So thanks very much for listening, and hopefully I will see you on another video very, very soon. Bye-bye.